We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the New York Giants. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the New York Giants. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 yards there. First down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Giants' 13-yard line.
Looking to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line.
He was taken down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 3.
Deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
Switch. Check. Lucky. Check it, Humphrey. Check the 60.
Throwing Jones. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. Looking for his receiver sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
He'll take over first.
So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
11 yards on the pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
First down.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
going to get this one down inside the 15. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He was brought down
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 20-yard line.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he stopped immediately there.
Saquon Barkley on the carry.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Jones. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
Jones
Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
3rd down.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll run with Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
26 mark, 26 mark. 26 mark, 26 mark. 19 tight, 19 tight. Knock 70, knock 70. Riggs. You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Back to throw. Jones. And the pressure gets to him again.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
A 39-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards.
And Washington has taken the lead.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes this Washington 7, Giants 3.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
You don't want none? Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, here we go. Check 18
Looking to throw. Jones. He'll find Metcalf. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Mike, 5. It's a party now. Shift. Alert flare.
Back to throw again. That is caught. It's Perriman. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
Shift. It's a safety creep. 36. Switch gears. Shoot.
Viking 18. 79 Bronco.
Jones on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 2.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Deron Payne in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Jones. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Montez Sweat in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check 33. 33.
Watch the slant.
Slam.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Dancing to his left. This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
DK Metcalf.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
55 is my guy, 55. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Track him 60.
55.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his 16th touchdown of the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6.
Washington 17, Giants 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ross. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll find Gandy Golden there, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Washington.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards,
and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. John Ross, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. And that'll be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check the backer. Check the backer. Switch. Switch.
Here's Jones. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. And this one's incomplete. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Looking for Perriman there. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Jones now on 1st down. He'll air this. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Looking to throw. Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page. quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's 2nd and inches.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
And the Washington first.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
He was covered by Xavier McKinney.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a first down. For 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. 15 yards on the play, first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Check, 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 check.
Jones throwing on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Throwing again. Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill. Quick talk.
Now Jones to throw on third down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10 more yards.
Good position to be in here, second and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 43-yard line.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Back to throw. Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Here's Jones throwing on fourth down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete.
That's good.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Here's second and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for DK Metcalf. Incomplete. Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Second down and 10.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it's incomplete. We're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
24.
So a victory here for the Washington football team.
And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Washington, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll be back. back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.